Good morning. Ionizing radiation continued. So, boy, this thing is not going to go handlebar for quite a while, but it's getting there. It's getting there. So, what is ionizing radiation? This one's a another one that has many understandings. Ionizing basically is speaking to getting an electron to change an orbital. That is generally ionization. When the electron changes an orbital, um, it can emit a photon of light. So that basically, that electron moving in and out of a shell creates a photon of energy that we can measure. So that at its simplest level is ionization, is getting that electron to move. So when you talk about chemical binding now, you're talking about molecular binding. Some of these bindings are simply shell bindings, having to do with the charges in two molecules or two elements hanging around together with a light bond in what they do. So, like hydrogen has, or water has a heavy bond, right? H2O. It's kind of hard, takes a lot of electricity to do electrolysis to separate the hydrogen from the oxygen in the water. That's electrolysis. You can find all kinds of videos on doing that. So there you could argue that is a type of ionization. But that definition depends on the audience. So if I was talking particle physics, ionization might be a particle destroying another particle, which is fission or fusion, right? So the conversations about ionizing energy get very hard. We're talking about harm levels. So we're talking about microwaves. We're talking about electromagnetic waves. We're talking about high frequency energies. We're talking about particle physics and particle energies. So this word ionization is a very wide word. In specific places, it has specific uses and meanings, but in general conversation, it is misleading. So again, this is one that is a part of 18 different chemistry or physics or electronics or whatever streams, because each one would speak to this differently. In chemistry, you're talking about chemical reactions. And yes, you worry about electrons and where they are, but you aren't too much worried about electron flows. You're worried about electron bonding. But there's flow in there too. So remember, none of this is easy. You can make simple equations to make it look easy, but if you dig deep into it, nothing is easy. It just doesn't work that way. So this soft word, ionization energy, again, is a smoothing word because you can blur what it means. The ionization energy of an electron, of an electromagnetic field, of a pulsed radar set with a high frequency pulse, which is ionized electrons and not electromagnetic energy moving. But you can't separate them because they're the same thing, so it gets complicated, and here we are, and I'm trying to talk about it. Go figure. So this ionizing conversation, you almost have to be able to pin the speaker down and get him to define what ionizing is. So who knows? Some people do. These are more of the dishonest, not dishonest. It's hard to present this because you have to get specific. If you're talking about ionizing energy, you have to know what type of energy it is, what type of particles there are involved in this. So this didn't help. This didn't make anything easier other than make you question and listen carefully to the people throwing these words out and see how much they're smearing them. See how much they avoid specific context and conversations about what they're speaking to, because it is that unique. It is that very specific, and enough people know about this to be able to put it in context and in place. They're called humans. So good luck to us. Peace out, neighbors. Ionizing energy is the energy to spark a change. Use it.